number 66, Reach Around. Number 1080, Luke Powell. Number 3, Brian Brady. Number 11, Corey Porter. Number 21, Polish Hitman. Number 32, Shane Bauer. 56, Suicides and Pump. 222, B.A. Blackenstein. 260, Spin Diesel. Number 218, Led Zeppelin. Number 214, Cobra Shark. 911, Scene of the Crash. Number 2020, Specs. Number 5150, Inquadable Hulk. Number OX1B, Fruit Walla. Number 86D, Riggins. Your Team Missouri coached today by Night Glider and Whiplash.
And we have a lead jammer calling it off right there. It's not dirty there. There's Bobby Charmer picking up lead, calling off again. First points. Real quick look at Texas. Number 0, the Big O, Lucky Charmer, 1369, and the Enabler, 151. G.I. Joel, 1775. Number 32, Haterade. Captain Tip, number 4. Brad Isaac, number 420. 464 is Grease Monkey. Mr. Taco, number 50. Dick Diamond, 68. Buster, 86. Rhino, number 9. Chuck Rydell, 96. Dr. Feelgood, 986. On the bench are Nixon and Myrna May.
Reach Around and Haterade on the line for Missouri and Texas. Reach Around getting recycled back by Buster right away. Haterade had a lot of troubles in that. Luke Powell, Spin Diesel keeping them out, so it's Reach Around picking up that lead jammer.
Box clears Missouri and Texas at full strength right now. Quick hit and a call off, 0-0 on that jam.
Dr. Feelgood on the line alongside Corey Porter. Corey Porter, of course, Watcher is prime for St. Louis Gatekeepers. Looks like we have a star pass happening. Dr. Feelgood picking up the star for Texas, swinging a bound. Inquadable Hulk not able to stop him. Draghi coming out and being recalled by his team, so Feelgood picking up lead jammer for Texas. We are on a power jam right now with Porter sitting in the box for Missouri.
Tight D up front for Missouri. Jacksonville working back. Feelgood steps around, grand slam, Texas.
AK Julia has not seen points in the 3 early on, but unfortunately for Missouri, the big mistake early. Open for Texas, jam at number 3.
Yeah, very true. And Missouri is usually pretty tight on that kind of play, but Texas such a physically aggressive team as far as play goes, not Missouri at all. So they're going to have to work through that a little bit. I know they played earlier in the weekend, but Missouri was short two jammers when they played, so it's going to be a really different game this time around.
See some nice light defense there, gets spun around, cut to the inside, 5 points for Texas, compliments by Dr. Feelgood. Back things up to 3-on-3.
Dick Diamond and Glenn Zeppelin head into the penalty box, evening out the blockers at 3 apiece, and Feelgood calling off that jam.
With number 32, a Shane Bauer with the star for Missouri against number 151, against the Enabler of Texas.
Everybody squeezing that line. Shane Bauer managing to break out along the outside, squeeze past Buster, and he will pick up lead jammer with no trouble at all.
Nice hustle to stay up front there. Beat out the Enabler. Spins around, 4 on the board. That open things up for Missouri.
Really fast hit and put it there for Shane Bauer against the Enabler. Wise move for Shane Bauer there, the Enabler, very, very fast and very low for as tall a jammer as he is. So that was very smart of Shane to do.
now jammer rotation going 14 for Texas, 3 for Missouri is number 66. Screens around things to start off against Dirty Larry, 1369. Stand record. Oh, there's substitution shenanigans.
It's all about the head game, you see. Pacing up back, staying fast, active. A lot of hitting going on, anticipating the jammer approach. Beautiful move right there. Moves, propel himself forward, but 2 points will be hit for Dave Dirty Larry from the jammer.
That should put us at 19-4. Texas still with the lead after 5 jams. A reminder, we'll be happy to remind you all game long, all women's championship game long. Please join us tonight for our after party for State Wars at Mai Tais at the Ocean Walk Shops. Live music, great drinks, all at Mai Tais. Food and drink specials all night long. And we're about to get back to the action.
Indeed, we got number 32, Haterade with the star for Texas. And that is number 11 for Team Missouri. Boy, Porter. Yeah, the Jammer's getting a little leverage there, but pushing it first. And a power jam here, second one of the game for Texas will be cut short. Jammer called back out for Missouri, and the track cut issued the Haterade, so now it's a power jam for Team Missouri.
They're going to stretch that back out quite a bit, though. Try and stop Haterade when he comes back out of that track. Porter kicking on G.I. Joel up in front. Looks like G.I. Joel is going to draw that penalty. And he is going to sit.
It's a little too much clockwise action for the officials. It was so close. But right there is going to be I think they had the correct vantage point on that one.
Haterade jumping right on Porter, trying to force the call off, and Porter obliges, calling off that jam.
What I did love in that jam was the defense, the transition from horizontal to vertical, trapping on the inside on lane 1. Not that way to handle a penalty kill there.
Agreed. What I also appreciate about these two teams is you have a mixture of 4 different actual men's teams on the track right now. You have folks from Kansas City and from the Gatekeepers, and also from Denton County and from the Dallas Deception too. A lot of different styles happening all at once. Doctor Feel Good, but no trouble picking up that lead jam for Texas.
Dr. Feel Good currently batting 1,000 for lead jammer calls a jam number 2 for him for the star this game.
Dr. Feelgood with his 4 points, not quite able to pass Shane Bauer. Shane keeping off Feelgood. Gonna keep watching for it. He will call off that jam just in the nick of time.
AK, you and I were thinking on the same wavelength. I was going to say big ups 10-80 from Missouri. Luke Powell for the alertness and track awareness and force. Basically the third effort at that point to get some more points for Missouri.
Porter up against Lucky Charmer. Both of these guys, Team USA Men's World Cup in the UK this past year, so great matchup there. Lucky Charmer getting very low, trying to sneak his way under, and he stays on his feet around the inside to get lead jam for Texas. Lucky Charmer. As he comes around, Porter still taking on tip, and G.I. Joel at the front, he manages to get his way through as well.
Great control from Shore right there, got the toe stop down before it went out of bounds. Cut back out, but no points for his effort.
They'll make 2 out of 3 lead jam calls for Lucky Charmer, still sitting on 5 points off of the game. Unofficial current top scorer for Missouri, of course, number 11, Corey Porter, sitting on 9 for the 17th.
On the line, Shane Bauer and Gatorade.
So Missouri going to take the pivot line with their blockers, and they're going to pivot in the back to deal with the three wall. Fool you. Close it up quickly, get back there.
Just to show you because you said it.
Strikes again. Lead jammer right now for Texas.
Gatorade pulling out in front. Shane Bauer not too far behind him.
Well, whatever they were planning, it worked. They do have control of this jam.
Shane Bauer doing a great job getting a push out though from Buster on the edge from Texas. Looks like Led Zeppelin getting the call for the penalty box there.
2 more for Missouri, 1 more for Texas. Ginormous trophies could be going.
Back to Texas.
Yep.
Well, that's good because Texas is relatively few as far as their everything is really uses the ego boost on that one.
They will have a championship with an asterisk behind it.
There you go. Feel good taking a big hit there.
Oh, massive takedown.
From Hulk. Great job. Isaacs cycling straight around to the back. Feel good picking up the penalty. So Missouri on a power jam here with an opportunity to pick up some extra points.
Texas early on in their power jam did a great job of capitalizing. Missouri here going to call it off, so they'll have an opportunity here to extend it into the next one. Got to take advantage of a tight game like this. Every opportunity that the other team gives them, Julia.
Texas watching Porter very closely. It looks to me like Missouri is just going to let him kind of handle it by himself. See if they can stretch it out for far enough. It looks like we have a big pile up. Oh, Porter being called on the penalty. Tangle up with Rhino there. The crowd does not agree with that. TJ Bigley also being called on a penalty, so he is heading to the penalty box. Feel good, release from the box.
Now a deficit in the pack of power jam here for Texas. And we talked about right there, feel good busting out. We talked about with the taking advantage of the power jams. You know, if you're sitting back and playing classic, you can only do that for so long because a lot of times they're either going to burn that penalty time or your jammer's going to get a penalty. Give that extra little bit of assistance. Oh, and you've got a track cut on Gilbert, so he's going back to the box.
Well, I was going to say that's exactly what Texas counted on with that pass and penalty was for Gilbert to get out there fast and rack up some points, and he did get a couple before he got that penalty. So it looks like right now Missouri Texas just kind of swapping penalties back and forth.
It was funny. Gilbert threw the last pass. He was bringing the jammer up pretty good and saying, hey, here's my five.
You can have the 5, but you get the track cut as well. So Corey Porter also picking up the track cut now for the swap jammers again.
Third jammer penalty, all of the jam. Not the cage, the jam.
Maybe 6th if my math is correct. And a back block, a 4th in the jam. 3rd in a row for Feelgood. Already in penalty trouble due to one jam early in this game.
There was a back block on Led Zeppelin back there, and I think Feelgood was looking for the penalty on Led, but it did not come. Porter on a power jam once again for Missouri, and he's going to take a look at what's happening.
He's finishing his initial pass finally right there, and will not risk it. Go back around. Takes a look at the clock and wisely just lets it die. The women's team, it took time to get that cohesion to really come together.
That's an excellent point, and I really appreciate that because as a coach, I think that's one of your challenges when you come into bouts like this. So Shane Bauer on the power jam for Missouri. Missouri going to slow it down, play a little passive offense while Texas takes on Shane Bauer at the front.
Beautiful movement forward, pays off lead jammer here for Missouri. Power jammer is over, Philly taking it hard. That's going to result in a blocker penalty for Missouri. They're now down 4-3.
Specs moving him all the way back as in quad shot, the ball heads to the penalty box, and Feelgood finishing out that jam and coming back. Looks like 3 points awarded to Missouri for that jam.
Missouri to 1-2. Texas still holding at 32. And we've got both jammers back on the line. Dixie and Florida honor being respected between number 151, the enabler, and number 66, the reach around.
So 2 blocker advantage right now for Texas. Take it back, find an enabler is going to jump in on the defensive hands as well.
Street around trying to get around the outside and a big tangle up there with Big Diamond. Chuck Rydell trying to recycle him all the way to the back. It looks like penalty call on Rhino, so people head to the penalty box as the enabler patiently waits his time to pick up lead jammer.
Gotta give credit to that 2 ball for sort of looking early on that big Missouri trying to force Texas to one direction. 2 ball picks up 151. Long enough to get the change, but not to push Street around the first pass. And it's still got to spend 2 more points to Missouri.
Texas with 2 on that one. Missouri picking one up though, going to make it 34-24, still in favor of Texas.
So pretty low scoring out here so far. We're well over past the half of this half. So not very many points for the Lakers. Had a lot of action happening, a lot of big hitting. So number 4, Tim picking up Corey Porter on the corner there. Porter getting back up.
Meanwhile, Lucky Charmer picking up lead jammer after he saw some stars, moves, and rainbows. Got lit up and sat down just on turn 1. Bounce right back up there. Oh, bounced out to the outside. Nice jump, got picked up. We'll call it from the infield and in that jam.
Riggins laying out some heavy defense there on Lucky Charmer on the corner.
No points for Texas on that one, despite the best efforts of Lucky Charmer. Stands 34-24. Texas still with the advantage.
Gatorade and Shane Bauer up on the line. Looks like we've got some serious defense happening with Spin Diesel. They're right off the bat towards Gatorade as Bauer tries to push his way through.
Beautiful one-on-one job right there. Spin Diesel keeping body contact in every direction there and spun around and down. That frees up some room. Lead jammer is going to go to Missouri. Gatorade almost have. And a great job by Porter to Jugger Bauer just to stay off the clock.
Bauer currently batting on 600, 3-5. Lead jammer calls it partway. Calls it out, doesn't quite get past that big scoreless jam on both sides.
Boy, nice footwork there with over Gatorade as he tried to come through the back, just barely squeezed out by Bauer at the very beginning. Gatorade, of course, a member of Denton County Outlaws. Part of their first trip to men's championships was this year. They did a great job.
Streets around in the white. Feelgood in red with the stars. Both dealing with opposing walls.
Boy, and Missouri really rolling up for Feelgood this time after the couple of times he's gotten the lead on them, and I think they're really starting to figure out that he's just fast to stop, so.
Yeah, you've really got to tighten up those seams and not give them any lanes. You give them a foot and they'll kick you into it. Right there he does, it gets low. And enough room on the inside, he's going to bring the first lead. Jammer is away to Texas. This preventative offense there from Wreckingville.
You got to be rad taking a big hit from Wreckingville to try and break up Texas's wall, and Feelgood coming in hot.
And some another nice offensive move there. That time by Tip, taking down the blocker that took his jammer out. That was all right there. Sent him out, and as soon as he was coming back around, he just picked him off. Great job of the guardian angel.
Yeah,
Jammer to get back in.
and Quadruple Hulk is incredibly difficult to do that with. He is a large dude, he stands very solid, and I think Tip probably came at him at exactly the right angle. So a really good indication of how well they study each other as well. A lot of squeezing happening. Number 11, Corey Porter up against the enabler. Once again, Spin Diesel on his own playing defense as Missouri takes on the jammer.
Big takedown by Mr. Taco, sorry, and he's going for direction of gameplay that would thin it up a little bit and allow some room for lead jammer to be picked up right there by Corey Porter.
And I think part of the reason they're doing that, Andy, is probably because Texas and jammers have been so effective breaking through it back. They really want to make sure somebody's watching them. Wow, a big tumble, Spin Diesel coming right over the enabler and a huge pileup there on turn 2.
I mean, he's very impressed right now. Spin Diesel's been so good positionally on there. His time coming across on that soul sucker hit and it's hit right down into the bread basket. And you can see Enabler slow up after that collision. Just over 7 minutes left in the first half. These two jammers pushing the outside, take defense, spins over, and Team Missouri is going to be in the lead.
Shane Bauer just sort of exploding from the pack. I have no idea how he made it out of the pack, in all honesty.
It was a big crunch and a big bang out of there. Shane Bauer.
Just like how the universe was created.
Right there, he gets sent to the outside by Tip and calls it off. 4 points for Team Missouri. And that is going to make it 35-32 right now. Missouri chipping away, but Texas still with that 3-point lead that they've had since the first jam.
Texas had a deficit of blockers coming into this with Big Diamond sitting in the penalty box. Gatorade and Screech around up on the line, and it looks like we're doing a little swapping of peoples there in the Texas lineup. Oh, Gatorade with a spin around move past Spin Diesel, but getting a big bump out from Led Zeppelin as he tries to pick up lead jammer there.
Meanwhile, Screech around really locked up in the back. Taco and Buster doing great defensive work together. He'll find his way out right now, but he's about a lap behind. Easy pass right there for Texas. Gatorade calls it off with 4 more added to their total. They'll extend that lead back out now 39-32.
That'll be Gatorade's first points out of the board for Texas, currently batting up 500. Junior Jam calls out of 4, but that should be good enough to get Texas up to 39. And Riggins Missouri holding still 32.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Hannity, for the amazing stats here beside me. Vince Hannity announcing and running stats all at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. Man of many talents.
I learned it by watching the game.
I believe this.
I hope that's all you learned from watching me.
Hey now.
All right, right now, Feel Good pushing up the middle. Oh! Just gets tripped up, but bounces right back up on his feet, picks up lead jammer for Texas. Tractor trailers not through the wall and right up through the middle of this quarter. But Feel Good has enough time to get around and pick up 1 point, asking for 4. And the ref says, ooh.
I was just going to say, everybody going to be back at full power here shortly. Led Zeppelin still in the penalty box. Chuck Rydell headed to the penalty box. And so everybody at a slight deficit, but we do have 2 jammers on the line. Lucky Charmer and Shane Bauer.
Charmer throws it deep at Bauer. Sends him over to Buster. Big Diamond is right back.
Spin Diesel, great job there. Pushing Lucky Charmer out, recycling back and back, forcing him to come back while Shane Bauer picks up the lead jammer. Unfortunately, Lucky Charmer very fast around the
Nice move right there. Smooth fake to the outside. 2 points. 1 point, no picked up by Charmer. Again, 42 to 34. Texas still in the lead that they have had this entire game.
Catering on the line alongside Screech around. A little handshake there.
So with just over 3 minutes left to go, Screech around versus Henry. Now Screecher sped right up to the front. Meanwhile, Henry tiptoe against that wall of white in the back. Henry sent out on the turn and loading it up to Screech around. So Henry's going to pick up the lead and jam for Texas.
Henry looking like he thought he had recycled to the back. It appears that he did stay in bounds for that whole thing. Screech around trying to stay in bounds against Rhino and able to do so. But Rhino being joined by what looks like Buster there and G.I. Joel, so he is not quite able to break through their Haterade in the meantime, being held up by Quadable Hulk and Wrecking Bill.
Fine job by G.I. Joel right there. He had the force out over on turn 4. Bridged him back, right before he came in, sped all the way back to make him the start in the straightaway. Screech around though, resilient, keeps on pushing, now sent out again. This time it'll be a 4.
Looks like we have a forearm call on Chuck Rydell, so he will be headed to the penalty box. And Screech around working on Buster and G.I. Joel in the back.
Nice teamwork and synchronized backwards motion. Unfortunately for Rhino, he destroyed the back. That's going to sit into the box. It'll be a 4-2 in favor of Missouri, and Haterade leisurely stormed it out.
Haterade almost looking like he was going to call that off, but changed his mind. Opting to give it a couple more minutes. Looks like Screech around picking up those 4 points, and now Haterade will call the jam.
Smart move there by Haterade. Thought better of it because he looked over, saw the situation out on the floor, used that time to get both of his blockers out of the box. Now Texas is going to start at full strength in this next one, as will Missouri.
Exactly, great strategy on Texas's part. We're going to have an update here as soon as Mr. Kennedy checks out our screen.
It's going to still be Texas at 45, but Missouri climbing back into this at 38. Let's see if we can get more points. Number 66 for Rachel. And get right back into it.
Third Corey Porter up against Dr. Feelgood. Isaac's looking for the call to recycle back and not getting it. Not the camera.
Stayed just in bounds, though. That was a great try. He was looking for the cut. This no section. Real nice control right there.
Couple more minutes remaining in this half. Shane Bauer coming up to the line against the Enabler.
8 minutes, but seconds remaining. And that's the half right there. After 30, 45 to 38 in favor of Texas.
Indeed, what do you have for us, Mr. Kennedy?
Well, we've got 1 half down and 1 half to go. Texas currently leading 45 to 38 with about 24 jams squeezed in for action. And with no timeouts called, we had time for a 25th ability with points at a premium. They're saving those timeouts for all important time management at the end of the second half. And I feel happy I can say it's completely 100% unironically. It's still anybody's game.
It is still anybody's game here in the Ocean Center at Daytona Beach, Florida. Men's Championship final bout here at State Wars 2014.
Missouri, number 32, currently leading all scores for Missouri, 15 points. Luke Powell with 13, and then number 66 with 10. Only 3 box strips for Luke Powell, but there are 5 box strips for Texas. And those part of numbers why Missouri still in this and only a single additional lead.
So for this one, we have Lucky Charmer versus Jake Power.
I'd really like to see how the person in penalty trouble right now. It looked like Led Zeppelin was in a little bit of penalty issues during that first half, picked up 4, so he needs to be pretty careful, but I'm wondering how the defense is going to change for this cool little jammer and jammer action. Answer to my question right there for this, and we have a very fast-moving pack looking to re-swallow Lucky Charmer.
Great job by Texas to get back up front. Recognize that there could be a pack there. They sped up and pulled back the power.
But will both being called on a back block. He is headed to the penalty box next to TJ Bingley.
Charmer almost passed Bill there, but forced out at the apex. Meanwhile, just on a turn, 4 power forced into the infield.
Nobody yet broken free of this pack, and there goes Shane Bauer.
Burton late calls it off 4-6 for lead champs. 4 more points adds a total 10 points working out so far for the game and puts Texas at 15.
So I'm already feeling like this half is a little bit slower, a little bit more calculated and examined by both of these teams. I don't know if you two are noticing that or not, but I'm feeling like the teams are taking a little bit of a step back, a breather, and looking at things a little more carefully before they're happening, possibly because of the penalties that were being called in that first half.
We get agreement from the tournament head ref.
Feelgood and Luke Powell up on the line.
Feelgood gets the inside, but just out in front. It's a lead jammer from Missouri. Feelgood putting the pressure on it. That'll force the call off the fourth quarter by quarter.
And of course, kind of an interesting dynamic with Powell. He played for Texas for a number of years, and so a lot of former teammates playing on Team Texas against him as he currently lives in Kansas City, so he's playing for Team Missouri. As most of you know, you have to possess a driver's license for the state you are playing in, so he's sort of switching sides there a little bit.
Or perhaps maintain a residency.
Wow, that's going to be confusing, isn't it?
We're going to need get some tax attorneys in on this one.
I will say that Mr. Powell has played with a variety of MRDA teams. He possesses a huge amount of different styles and talents. The enabler from Texas picking up lead jammer. Very nicely done there, and he takes on Wrecking Bill. Will not let himself be pushed over. Very patient.
G.I. Joel anchoring the defense and back against Bauer.
The enabler doing a great job pushing himself through both Led Zeppelin and Wrecking Bill there to pick up his points. G.I. Joel headed to the penalty box.
Tight Missouri defense up front and the takedown. Job to slow up the enabler. This is on another scoring pass, his second of this jam. They've steeled themselves and are really making work for it. They're getting forced to the outside.
Just the tip doing a great job as pivot, trying to move everybody around. Ooh, big hit from Nick Diamond on Shane Bauer. Not able to maintain it though. Bauer breaking free, picking up his 4 points while the enabler waits for his opportunity to break through.
Interesting choice right there by enabler to allow those points to go up. He will finish his scoring pass right there too, with points being added to Texas, but allowing a scoring pass for Missouri to get the additional blocker out of the box.
And with those 10 points, the enabler now has all 4 regular jam rotations for the Texas team in double digits, currently 61-42 advantage Texas.
Corey Porter up to the line once again alongside Lucky Charmer. Corey Porter moving around very quickly, forcing the Texas defense to change. Rhino trying to push him back. Porter having to start over. Lucky Charmer on his hands and knees around the corner. Past Spin Diesel, picking up lead jammer.
Rhino.
Porter staying inbounds though. Rhino picking up the penalty for that. Porter keeping his hand in the line. awareness of both of these players of where that line is, whether or not they're in bounds, and what they can do to maintain their position and what they need to do for their team.
Dr. Feelgood with the start for Texas. Meanwhile, Shane Bauer spinning around the back with the not quite a start, but Missouri on his home.
Shane Bauer taking on TJ Bingley in the front of the pack there, but it looks like he is going to pick up the penalty. Bingley headed to the penalty box as Bauer and Feelgood make their way around the track.
Unofficially Feelgood with that pass, making 31 points, currently leading all scorers in this game.
Only two Texas defenders out there, but both of them a little piece of Shane Bauer. He with 4 points, but Feelgood around the scoring pass, now overtaking him with 4 points for Texas.
Feelgood flying literally around that corner. Feelgood dancing around but being taken out right at the end by wrecking Bill. Bill gonna recycle him all the way to the back. Led Zeppelin and Quadruple Hall walling up to try and keep him out.
I think Bill got an over with assist by number 5150 being Quadruple Hall coming on turn number 3.
Specs offender picking up Bill's role in the center there. Feelgood swinging around the outside tip, opening up the space for him, and he is going to call off that jam, but not after collecting his extra 4 points.
There's some nice defensive work in there by Bledsoe, almost at the cut on Dr. Feelgood, but such great control from Feelgood. Absolutely a pleasure to watch.
And unofficially, those 12 points by Feelgood for Texas, currently the highest scoring single jam of the game.
So one in the box right now for Missouri. Pivot, but even with only 3 defenders, they have held back the jammer, the enabler, and great work from Corey Porter to push up and get the lead.
Boy, the enabler doing some great footwork there to sneak his way past Finn Diesel and Luke Powell. Corey Porter, before being pushed out, will call off that jam.
Oh, but Missouri stealing points right there. 3 for them, only 2 for Texas.
So that'll put us at 77-53 advantage Texas.
Wrecking Bill and Luke Powell doing a pose for the camera there. It's all right, they're a hugging team, it's cool.
So we're going to have Lucky Charmer up against Corey Porter in this one. Still a 1 skater pack advantage for Texas. Big takedown, confidence of Chuck Rydelany. Attempted drag cut forced by Isaacs. He gets it in his power jam out for Texas. Lucky Charmer with lead.
Only the 4th box trip for Missouri jammer in the game, but the courtesy of Charmer, currently working on 6.5 points and batting 1,000 for lead jammer calls in the 2nd period.
So nice job there on the Texas defense, forcing that cut, picking up a little bit of extra space. Charmer very patiently just working his way past Led Zeppelin and Specs.
See Isaacs there, keenly aware that time is of the essence on these power jams. We got a tip with some passive-aggressive offense to get Missouri moving. Find a little bit of room for Charmer. Goes backwards, finishes the scoring pass, and tacks up an additional 5 points. Power jam is over, though. Porter out like a shot. Gets low on the glass blocker, finishes it with some passing. Charmer hops through and finishes a 4-pointer. Big smile on his face and a big power jam for Texas.
And with those 14 points in the game, it is now Lucky Charmer with the single highest scoring jam in this game, and Texas now climbs to 91 as Missouri holds at 53.
So if you'd like your picture taken with Lucky Charmer at the end of the bout, he will be waiting in the middle of the track.
38-point lead right now for Texas, largest of the game.
Looks like we have Shane Bauer up again against Dr. Feelgood. Dr. Feelgood doing a great job so far against Texas, taking on Luke Powell at the back. Luke not letting him get past, doing a little jump back.
Feelgood, after getting spun up in the air and down, gets back up quite soon, picks up lead for Texas.
Looks like we have a lot of pushing and shoving in the back of the pack here. Rhino going down, Haterade almost going down. Shane Bauer still battling his way up to the front. He's going to go one-on-one with Big Diamond.
Low finishes an initial pass. Meanwhile, Feelgood recycled back compliments of Wrecking Bill. Oh, tiptoes up to the front, but just loses it to the infield and will have to reset.
Meanwhile, Shane Bauer battling Haterade up at the front. Oh, Feelgood, a little apex jump there and hop around the inside, pick up 4 extra points. No one was looking.
Bauer gliding with Diamond right there to back up into the 3-wall of Texas.
Diamond trying to chase down Bauer, but has to let him go.
4 points go up for Missouri. Meanwhile, Feelgood gets sent to the outfield. Asks for 3, gets 3 more for Texas.
And those 4 points for number 32, Shane Bauer, put his total in the second half to 16 as Missouri climbs to 57. But Feelgood with 7 of his own has Texas only 2 points away from knocking on that century mark.
So Texas really pulling away here in the second half, trying to open up that point differential wide, give themselves a lot of leeway. The enabler up against Corey Porter.
And just over 17 minutes left and still 41 points to make up for Missouri. Porter is set down on the outfield right there, dragged back by Isaacs. And there's good acceleration. Easily lined him up with a takedown by Taco. Again, Isaacs and Mr. Taco right there. Mr. Taco, the soul sucker, that was the stop block, so he'll to the penalty box.
The enabler trying to do a little hop and stay in it, but not quite able to make it. Goes down, Corey Porter giving everybody a little wave if he passes by.
So right there by Isaacs, but out in front was able to get up and get around with him. After the back now, picking up points for Missouri. Calls it off as he's bumped in the infield. 3 gets out of their total, making it 98-60 if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you are correct, sir. And only 3 lead jammer calls from Missouri in the second half. All of them going to number 11, Corey Porter.
So Spin Diesel up there on the line. Missouri changing it up a little bit against Lucky Charmer. Spin Diesel doesn't spend a lot of time on that line, but he's very fast, has great footwork, and he will pick up the lead jammer. Lucky Charmer breaking free of the back finally and following Diesel as he goes around. Diesel running straight into Buster, and he will fall off that jam. Missouri picking up 2 points. Texas 0 on that jam.
Pivot line start from both teams.
Feelgood, great speed from the outside of the apex to the inside turn, picks up the jammer. Meanwhile, forearm ball will thin out Texas's pack. Chuck Rydell bowled over right there by Shane Bauer, who is done, and Rydell's going to the box for, a full minute. 2 penalties being called on 96 from Texas, so they will be in the blocker deficit. Missouri is in there.
Boy, Texas has a hard-hitting team. It is really tough to contend with that, and they do put themselves in the line of fire quite a bit for doing that. But Texas leaving it all on the track, and they don't pull any punches with people. So as you said, Rydell sitting for the minute. Shane Bauer trying to use that to his advantage and pick up some extra points. He will go around Isaacs on the outside, and Feelgood will get pushed to the back by Bled Zeppelin.
Tip now going to the box for a multiplayer. Texas will get one back, but still with two seated in the underdogs.
Well, complete by Feelgood, but completing the scoring pass got enough of a lateral shift in there to play defense on Bauer, slowing him down, but still 12 aside in the jam.
Again, we see Texas here. Well, Feelgood with lead. He had the two in the box. Just going to play it out, hit those blockers back, and that's a testament to how much emphasis Texas puts on their defensive play. Feelgood pushing up, almost made it through, back to the infield, then we'll call it up just as Bauer gets into the mix in the back. We'll be 3 points aside on that scoring pass.
So an even swap on points there from Missouri and Texas during that last pass. And we do have a break of the century mark, if I'm not mistaken, for Texas.
You are not. 113 for Texas, 77 for Missouri. Big jam right there, 15 more points for Dr. Feelgood. 15 points as well for Missouri, so that did end up essentially a zero-net game.
The enabler is back on the line alongside Corey Porter. Corey Porter quickly moving himself to the front of the pack, trying to break free. Enabler finding an outside line, sneaking past, picking up lead jammer. Porter on the inside trying to keep his footing as he gets pushed around pretty badly by Texas's defense, but he is going to stay in. The Big O and Buster passing him off to G.I. Joel and Rhino as they try and push him out. Porter refusing to be moved. And the enabler sneaking around the inside.
Great awareness right there by Big O. Kept throwing the hips into Porter. And just as his jammer came up, moved aside, let him get through. Now Texas really locking it down. Missouri jammer. They go again, sweeping to the inside with a big takedown. Meanwhile, Texas jammer being forced out on the outside.
Looks like everybody's shifting backwards to try and reset the pack. Specs taking out Buster with a little hip bump.
Porter spinning around, oh, big takeout. We got slowed up, and that gives Big O an opportunity to get the hammer down for the third time in this jam.
Porter being pushed out. Taking his time to recycle back. The enabler also shifting back, so.
Yeah, Jim, I was going to say, the enabler just taking his time with absolute faith in his blocking crew, just handling the damage to number 11 Porter, who will clear on the pass.
Yeah, the enabler doesn't even look like he's paying attention to the blocking at all most of the time. He just finds his hole and goes for it.
And he'll go for it for 3 points on that scoring pass. Texas again, good job spreading out these jams, really relying on their defense and killing some time, because as we get into the last quarter gameplay, it's all about time management, keeping this lead and playing conservative, not allowing Missouri to get a big break to open things up.
Once play resumes, it'll be the lucky charm for Texas, head-to-head of the spin at Diesel for Missouri. Pivot morphs back into the slow start. Texas with a real escape right in front of the jammer line.
Texas keeping it very, very tight in the back. On spin Diesel. Meanwhile, Charmer up front, picking up the park, getting the separate, gets taken down right there, takes another kick into the infield. We'll reset, catching the wall, split apart, no back call, quickly reforms.
Obstacle jump by Spin Diesel. He will get the call. Now 2 for 2 point in the second half.
Diesel around the outside with 4 points of call off before Charmer can get back around. Missouri with some needed points here as we're under 10 minutes left in this championship game.
Bauer alongside Dr. Feelgood on the line. Bauer taking the initiative to come up to the front on Texas's defense.
Plus that 2-0 as they go just out of play and lead Jammer again to Missouri. Giving up a big comeback here in the final 10 minutes of this match.
And it's a credit to the Texas defense that is the first lead jammer call in the second half for Shane Bauer.
And not only that, but we are looking at an illegal procedure penalty on Dr. Feelgood. So it's going to be a power jam here for Missouri. Back-to-back leads here, catching their stride, and they're going to have a big opportunity here.
And for that, they were going to put in Corey Porter. Porter picking up a lot of lead jams in that first half, so freshening it up. Porter coming to the line. And right off the bat, number 3 for Missouri looking to help him, Draghi, and he's just going to let him handle it himself. But Luke Powell also standing back, letting Porter stretch out that 20-foot rule, and he's going to pick up lead jammer.
Great push by Porter right there. You know, right now is when you really got to deep down every ounce of energy you got. They were about this comeback down by just about 40 points.
First time this year, Missouri has gotten 3 consecutive lead jammer calls.
Oh no, trap cut call on Corey Porter headed to the penalty box for Missouri. That releases Dr. Feelgood from the box, and he will become the sole jammer on the track for Texas.
Taking out right there is Feelgood as Missouri comes back to reset. Texas now going to lose Rhino to the penalty box.
Led Zeppelin, Luke Powell, and Inquadable Hulk up at the front doing their best to keep Feelgood out.
And their best is pretty good. They dance along the outside lane and he finishes a grand slam pass right there. But the power jam is over. Finishing a scoring pass here is Porter, 4 points. For Missouri.
Porter sneaking up on the pack. I don't know if anybody even saw him coming right there. So it looks like we do have another penalty call that's going to happen.
Porter down but right back up and 4 more points. Answering back. Feelgood had 4 in that last scoring pass.
1 in, 1 out for Texas as Brad Isaacs takes his seat in the penalty box. Dr. Feelgood picking up 4 extra points while that's happening.
Porter spun out on his tippy toes trying to stay in. Being so crushed back to the return, won't make it back in. 4 points going up for Feelgood, 2 more points for Porter.
Unofficially make this the highest scoring jam of the game, courtesy of Feelgood.
Lucky Charmer up to the line alongside Shane Bauer. Bauer coming hot, trying to break through that wall of Texas. Meanwhile, Charmer not looking like he's not even moving at the back against Specs and Bill.
They're doing a great job keeping him locked up on the inside. Bill going for the track cut. Charmer getting it just in front, but out front first is Missouri. It's going to be a lead jammer. Bauer goes for the move on Charmer, gets spun out and calls it off.
Four straight lead jammer calls in a row for Missouri. First time the entire game that has happened.
So So Missouri doing a good job mounting this comeback. Time is of the essence. They're going to need to break a big one. Enabler versus Porter back on the line. Enabler back and forth, gets a movement laterally, finds some room and out with lead for Texas.
Porter trapped inside the pack. I don't think I could even really see him from here, honestly. Missouri trying to help him. Oh, big pile up with an incredible Hall of Enabler and Led Zeppelin. Powell trying to stop it. It looks like Hall picking up the penalty for that. And the Enabler also heading to the penalty box. So Texas in the penalty box. Porter on a power jam for Missouri. A chance to break this open a little ways. And Porter looking for a little help and not getting it. He will come in behind Binkley.
4 minutes left right now and on the power jam. Getting out right here. But a great job on the penalty kill by Texas' defense. With those offensive help right there. Midfield back reforms in half a second. One-on-one tip slows him up to 5 points. Will go up for Missouri. Power jam has ended. Texas doing a great job. Again, only giving up 4 points.
And they're getting an awful lot of penalties, but they're managing to balance out really, really well in spite of that.
Porter with 5 right there, adding to Missouri's total. Looking for the call-off is Enabler, but he is not able to do so as he's not lead jammer. And 5-4 points right there for Porter. So it started off as a great penalty kill. It's turning into a big jam here for Missouri.
Porter patiently waiting for the clock to run itself out as he collects points. And it does so.
4 more points go on the board for Texas at the end of that jam. 142-108 is our score.
Haterade putting on the jam ending for Texas, alongside what looks like is going to be Spin Diesel.
So we have 34 points, just about 2 minutes left in this game. Spin Diesel. Missouri looking for a hero. Meanwhile, Haterade for Texas breaks out first lead jam for Texas. And Texas in strong control at the end of this game. Meanwhile, Spin Diesel gets out of his initial pass.
Buster trying to force Spin Diesel out of bounds by jumping off on him. Spin Diesel not having it. Haterade on one leg until he runs into Glenn Zeppelin with a huge hit. Haterade showing what he's made of there.
Great sport.
Boy, howdy.
He really appreciated that hit.
I tell you what, if there's one guy that I would not want to take a hit from, it would be Glenn Zeppelin.
So right now, 146 to 108. The lead has been added to. Was 34, now 36. No timeouts being called to slow the clock. So you're going to roll the dice right now and look power. Meanwhile, Charmer for Texas grinding it out the back. Only person who's been able to keep him off the lead in jammer status has been Spin Diesel so far.
Oh, Charmer with a spin out, trying to stay on his feet, not quite able to, but does stay in bounds, runs into Wrecking Bill. Bill trying to force it out and finally does so.
But he doesn't go in the wrong direction, so it's a direction of gameplay penalty for Wrecking Bill.
Shane Bauer, meanwhile, still trying to collect lead jammer status. Taco and Binkley on the outside trying to stop him. So far, no lead jammer called in this jam.
Led Zeppelin with a great slow push on Charmer right there, but Missouri now in the penalty box. Still on the initial pass is Charmer. He gets lead in this one, and Texas is held, but locked him up.
Just by Jacksonville on the outside, but he's looking very chaos to see the cut track. Oh, power jam.
Looks like Charmer headed to the penalty box on a
no pass, no penalty, not lead, so this one's going to go the full ride.
It looked from my angle like he had gotten that track cut on the outside on turn 2, but it looks like he did manage to keep his speed in, and he will be trying to run the clock down a little bit here as he saunters his way to the back of the pack.
And this will be it right here. This one will end after period time, as that has already ended. Charter still speeding up, not able to get out of the initial pass. And this right here, I think, is just what we've had, 4 points right there for Charter. Track cut right at the end. I'm sorry, it's 4 cut right at the end, and time winds down. 150 to 1 away is our official score, and Julia,
I think we do. That would be the official final score in favor of Team Texas here at State Wars 2014, the very first ever men's champions of State Wars Texas. Ever the gentlemen out there shaking all the officials' hands before making their rounds, being congratulated by the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Texas!
Great to see the code of honor being respected after the salute to former WWE 3-time champion Daniel Bryan.
Yes, they can. Yes, they did. Texas. They got it. See Team Texas Women's coming to the sidelines here to congratulate their brothers in Derby. And a hard-fought game, you know. Team Missouri never let it really get away from them, but unable to really bust through. Texas locked down their defense so well in the second half.
Texas just
Nice
so tough on the
game.
defense. They're just so hard to get past. They're big, strong guys. They stick really close together. They're just so hard to get past.
Yeah, and the thing that really punctuated it for me watching this was how much faith they put in their defense. When the Jammers were out there, they were letting Missouri go to get their blockers out of the box before they called it, even to sometimes instead of losing points on a scoring pass, just so they could start the next jam with all their blockers. So big round of applause for Texas. And now the consolation lap. The silver medalist for the inaugural State Wars, Team Missouri, a valiant fight, and they will get the London Bridge treatment for their efforts this weekend.
I would like to take the opportunity to thank both of you. As you know, I'm not going to be on the mic very much. I will be working with the MRDA closely and writing a book about men's derby, so I will be busy doing other things besides announcing. AK, you were there at the very beginning for me and did so much, and I appreciate you taking this time. Mr. Hannity, I'm on your home turf. You've been so gracious to me. I appreciate it. And I would really like to thank the gentlemen out there for being so good to me these years. You are my family and my brothers, and I can't think of a better way to end this than with you guys on the track.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about some applause and a salute for the final announced game of Julia Childless, everyone.
Yeah, get down there, get a picture with the guys. Get down there.
Get you some pictures.
Fine precursor to the final bout of this weekend that has seen so many games played here.